Foxborough. Here's Powell on the return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Herbert off of play action. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tyler Conklin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, He is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
No gain on the play there, second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
First down and much more here for Jones. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Flush to his right. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run with Harris, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, it's Harris. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here? Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here. And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal. And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move. The Charger drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes? I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. On the move. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. On second and a long way to go. Herbert trying to lay one up deep. And this one is incomplete. Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a fourth and long. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal. And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you? No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing, Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on. Throwing again on second and 10. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 14. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Harris into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across. Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route run.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Herbert on 1st down now. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Again, Herbert. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Patriots 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. A real Little field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Patriots on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Now the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Chargers, 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Patsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes it.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. The 30. 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Our 2 teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. On the return, Isabella. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Harris going to get it again on second down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On third down, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. First down and much more here for Jones. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Here's Jones on first down. It's caught. Smith. They find some open field here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Herbert back to the air. And he's got his big tight end here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Steps away to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Tyler Conklin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31, Jones. And this one complete to Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 39.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 147 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So
they've got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On first down, it's Herbert. He's going to let it go again. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there for L.A.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big game there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Herbert on third down now. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Tyler Conklin there to make the grab. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
Well, it moved up from the 3 to the 2. You would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Jones on 1st and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown. Well, there is a marker on the field. The celebration may be short-lived. Let's see. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. back to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Herbert. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing, Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. 4th down for Herbert, desperation time. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Finding some room at midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 163 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They run again with Harris. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On the give, this is Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Pats, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.